As the rain beats down in the city of Gotham, a cop car speeds through the streets as dispatch tells them that they have a 3773 at 2020 Spring apartment number 2. One of the officers responds to the dispatch stating that they are 6 minutes out. Let the commission know. The first officer asks the other if they got all that, and the Joker responds with, 2020 Spring, apartment 2, got it! Later, as the Joker and Riddler arrive on the scene, they look at the 2 bodies of Dr. Double X. Riddler says that they were both shot in the head, twice. Can't really help himself, huh? Joker looks in disgust, telling him, he never could. My guess is that if you looked hard enough, you'd find the damn coin. A few moments later, Riddler calls back to the commissioner telling him that it's confirmed, but they have no clue what he is doing. The commissioner tells him that he appreciates the updates. They know what to do. Canvass and witness interviews ASAP, and if they kill anyone, he'll want their papers in the morning. Riddler asks, are you gonna light it up? And the commissioner says, yeah. He doesn't really have any other choice. The commissioner heads outside, turning on the bat signal. And just as always, Batman comes. Except, it's not Bruce Wayne. It's Thomas Wayne. Thomas goes back to the Batcave to go over the case, stating that the Double had enough super strength to go up against Superman. Harvey couldn't have done this alone. He would have needed someone. The ventriloquist holds up a pot of coffee asking, would you like some? And Thomas ignores his butler as he gets ready and leaves. Once Thomas is gone, the ventriloquist sits down and he begins to hear a voice. And the voice tells him, you're just one of Batman's little servants. How adorable you are. Where's my cape? Where's my coffee? Where are my slippers? Such a pitiful waste of good skin and bones. If they has you, they have the world. Later in an abandoned warehouse, Harvey says as long as the numbers are right, and they are, everything will be good. There's 2 of him, and there are 2 of them. Amygdala says that sometimes that man worries him, and then Grundy shouts, Solomon Grundy, born on Monday. Just then the Batmobile crashes through a wall, and Two-Face begins to yell, no, no, no! Inside the car, Thomas asks, ETA? And a woman tells him, 7 seconds. Thomas springs out of the car telling the woman that she has 3. And as Solomon Grundy breaks the Batmobile in half, Thomas starts counting down, 3. And when he says 1, Gotham Girl shoots through the wall, punching Solomon out. Gotham Girl looks back, seeing Amygdala coming at her, and she says that she's got a lot of drama in her life recently, and this isn't drama. She then picks up Amygdala, throwing him into the ground, and as he gets back up, he asks, is that all you got? He charges at her, and she dodges, telling him, well, I do have laser beam eyes. That's something else. Two-Face points a gun at the Harvey side of his head, shouting, that's enough! If either of you move, Harvey gets it. I know you got orders, and I know you need me alive. This isn't your city, it's my city. Thomas pulls out a batarang, telling him, the Joker told me a story once. The Joker held a gun to his own head, and he threatened to pull the trigger. And with that threat, he got the false Batman to do whatever he wanted. But that was the false Batman. He was a child. I am not. And with that, he throws a batarang into Harvey's eye. Later, as Two-Face's body is thrown on the ground, the commissioner looks at him, telling him he's dead. Thomas tells him, no, I just severed some nerves, separated the sides of his brain. One side is damaged, the other is not. He wanted Two-Face alive, so here's Two-Face alive. Thomas then returns to the Batcave, and the ventriloquist asks, didn't you leave in a car earlier? Thomas begins to change, not answering the question. And then he asks, what's for dinner? The ventriloquist tells him that it's all laid out. He cooked it himself, and their guest is there too. Back at the jail, Psycho Pirate walks into the interrogation room stating, hello, Two-Face, I am here to cure you. And back at the Wayne mansion, Thomas Wayne sits for dinner telling Alfred, I apologize for being so late. Things have been busy. Alfred tells him, I could imagine. In my experience, it normally is. Shall we? Alfred then tells him that he knows that he will return, right? And Thomas tells him, no, he won't. Not this time. And Gotham Girl's currently watching the city to make sure that none of your fancy friends come. Sorry to disappoint. Alfred stares. No, Thomas, I'm sorry for what he's going to do to you when he returns. And so, it is another night in Gotham City, where the criminals patrol the streets protecting and serving the community. Well, not so much protecting. But all while this goes on, a small little drone comes to visit Bane, and Bane tells him, I don't care about your multiverse. I have this city, something that no man has ever claimed. And Lex says, I understand. This is your city after all. All can be doubted. All but Bane. But up above Gotham, Captain Atom tells Gotham Girl, I have orders from the president that all superheroes are forbidden from entering Gotham. A lot of folks are listening, probably because they've never gotten an order before. However, I myself have gotten plenty, and I can tell a good one from a bad one. Gotham Girl tells him, that's cool, now get out. Captain Atom laughs, asking, do you know who I am? She cracks him across the face, stating, not really, and honestly, I really don't care. But over at Arkham, the Tweedle brothers begin to make their escape with Scarecrow and Kite Man. Suddenly, one of the brothers is shot, and Kite Man yells, we don't have time for this, we gotta move! Thomas loads his smoking gun, telling them, stay where you are, you're not going anywhere. Kite Man tells everyone to run, and the three jump out of the window. As Kite Man glides, holding Scarecrow and the other Tweedle, he says, you're too much weight, we're not gonna get far like this! Scarecrow holds at his arm, stating, basophobia, the fear of falling. A gas is sprayed into the remaining brother, and he screams. Kite Man then releases him, stating, oh, good grief. But back with Gotham Girl, she holds Captain Atom's body up in the air, stating, I took care of our problem here. Should we give him the old pirate treatment? And Thomas laughs. No, that's not the deal. We negotiated. Just like last time, the villains go down, the heroes go out. Gotham Girl uses her strength and throws Captain Atom's lifeless body out of the city, stating, and he's gone. Later, as Scarecrow looks around a room full of kites, he asks, is this safe? And Kite Man tells him, this is kite quarters. I built it myself. Of course it's not safe. When Batman comes, and he is coming, we're gonna turn out just like all the other villains. He's gonna torture us, enslave us, and use us for whatever he wants. Scarecrow then asks, are you scared? And Kite Man shouts, it's Batman! I'm Kite Man! Hell yeah, I'm scared! Elsewhere, a defeated and broken Captain Atom tells Damian that he fought for his country against everyone. He fought with the League, against everybody. That girl, he's never fought anything like her before. After that, he's arrested for going into Gotham. Lex Tech dampeners have his powers in check. However, Gotham is peaceful, and that's all they care about. Not who's running it or how, not the bad being done there. Just as long as they get to brag that the villains are gone. They should get out while they can. Doing good's criminal now. No one cares anymore. No one gives a damn. And back with Kite Man, he looks out the window telling Scarecrow, maybe there is hope out there. Maybe we can get through this. Maybe we can help him. Yeah, maybe. And that's when the glass shatters as a batarang is thrown into his chest. Thomas bursts through, kicking him with Scarecrow shouting, oh my! Thomas stands up and looks right at him. Easy or hard? And Scarecrow tells him, very well. Hard. Please. But later, on the outskirts of Gotham, Damian asks Tim if he's heard yet. He says, yeah, Gotham Girl downed the League in minutes. But the issue for her is that the more she uses her powers, the more that she loses. It will kill her eventually. Damian tells him, I don't care about her. I would deal with Superman if I needed. Tim says, right, fine. I don't care, but what about Alfred? Damian goes on telling him, that's not my problem. And Tim asks, is it though? If you go into the city, you violate the law. If you get caught, you know what he said. Any member of the Bat family found in Gotham means Alfred's dead. Damian then asks, since when do we care about what a villain says? Lightning strikes, and Tim shouts, since he came, since he hurt us, since he took over our city and broke our father. Damian grits his teeth, kicking a stack of bricks, and he falls silent. And after a few minutes, he says, I don't know what to do. We have to do something though, don't we? Later, Damian sets foot into Gotham, with Gotham Girl greeting him, stating, oh, hey, you know sneaking in here is useless, right? You're gonna get caught. She fires off her laser vision, forcing Damian to jump, and then she asks, you know I can hear everything, right? Super hearing? Did you hear? You probably should just stop. Damian lands, telling her, yeah, I heard. I just needed to get a little closer. The wand of Clarion can only be used once. Didn't want to miss. He holds up the wand and he simply says, set that dibnum. And just then, the magical chains shoot out from the ground, wrapping themselves around Gotham Girl. Damian tells her, I know how to deal with super people. Draw a circle on the ground, then a pointy star, chat with some demon, blah, 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 blah. Presto, you're done. Later, Detective Zsasz and Scarecrow stop a man walking his dog, telling him that the maximum allowed leash is 3 feet. Are you aware that you're using one longer than that? The man looks back and Zsasz goes on, telling him, you may not have heard of us. We used to torture people for fun, but now we do it mostly to enforce the city ordinances. Zsasz then punches the man down, stating that they will take care of the dog for him. Scarecrow might be a fair shot. She should die quickly. But before Scarecrow can pull the trigger, Damien drops down on top of him, with Zsasz pointing his gun, stating, "Oh, this is going to be fun." He fires off a few shots, stating that they should put a slash under his right eye, so that every time he looks in the mirror, he can remember. And Damien dodges the bullets, kicking Zsasz in the face, stating, "You really should just shut up." A short while later, as Thomas looks over the city, he says, "Let's not make the same mistake. I'm not some silly villain or a bumbling police officer. I'm not a pretender to the throne, destined to fail. I'm Batman." Damien walks up. "No, you're not. I know exactly who I'm dealing with. This is the man who let his wife become the Joker in his timeline. This is the man who let his whole universe collapse because of a button. This is the one who gave up Gotham to Bane." Thomas kneels down. "Please." But before he can finish, Damien punches him, shouting, "You are just pathetic!" Thomas wipes the blood from his mouth, telling him, "You must be my grandson, Damien." As the two begin to fight, Thomas asks, "You heard the cost of Bat family members coming into Gotham, right? The warning that you ignored? The promise that he made?" Damien tells him, "No, I heard. I just chose not to listen." Damien punches into Thomas, but Thomas responds back, hitting Damien. Damien falls to the ground. And Thomas asks, "You understand what's about to happen right now, right? Because you defied the warning." As Damien gets back up, Thomas sighs and begins to stomp on Damien, telling him, "You're stubborn, naive! You are your father's son!" Soon after, Damien begins to wake up, feeling his arms tied behind him. He can hear a voice stating, "Please, no," and then another stating that he must understand his position in here. "This was not my choice to make." The first voice then asks, "Please, please, 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 just not here." And the second says, "I would have liked to have just sent you on with a solid beating. However," Damien opens his eyes to see who the voices belong to, and he screams, "No!" And the first voice then asks, "Please, not in front of the boy." And the voice tells Damien, "This is not your city. This is not Batman's city. This is the city of Bane." And that's when we hear a loud crack as Damien watches Bane snap Alfred's neck. Damien begins to cry, tears pouring down his face, asking, "How?" And Thomas kneels down, telling him, "You would assume now that with Alfred gone, the rest of the family will come. But you're forgetting that we now have a new hostage. We have you. And perhaps it's good. Perhaps now they'll listen. Perhaps now they won't be as childish as you were."